Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Magic Duels, and welcome back to the channel. I know it got a little bit quiet towards the end of the week there, and I apologise for that. I kind of ran out of things to backlog, and as I mentioned before I left, I was going to do Kaladesh when it came out, because it came out while I was on holiday in Corfu. If you're curious what I got up to in Corfu, by the way, go check out my Twitter account. I posted a fair few little things there that I found very amusing. So, yeah, go check that out if you want, follow if you want. You know, I'm going to try and be a little bit more active on that, on the Twitter account. So, if you're interested, go follow all that jazz. But yes, we're back with Ghirapur Orrery was the winning deck. So that is what we're going to be playing this week. And on Friday, I will be playing the second most popular one, which I believe it was tied with Energy, if I remember rightly. So yes, we're going to be doing that on Friday as well. So, back to daily videos from this point forward. So, be sure to check out the channel and stay tuned for all the videos that shall be coming up. Before I get into the deck, however, this video is sponsored by 5 Colour Combo. I shall give you full disclosure, my opinion is my own. The only thing that's passing hands between me and them is that they promote my content, I promote theirs. And the only reason I'm promoting their content is because it's something that I believe in and something that is really nice. So what is 5 Colour Combo? Well, they've got a website and a new Kickstarter. If you check out the description for both of those, the Kickstarter is for a new Magic app that will have deck building and support for Magic Duels, most specifically, as well as drafting, play testing, and that kind of thing. I believe it'll also include articles and stuff like that. Be sure to check out the Kickstarter anyway. It'll describe it in far more detail than I ever can, and if it's something that you're interested in, which I do believe it probably is, then be sure to back them, and if it gets sorted, then I will be using the app myself from launch. So it's something that I'm definitely going to be using, so I thought I'd give it to you guys, see what you think, and if you want to actually support it, then you support it and we can use it. But anyway guys, I'll see you in the game. Okay, we're in. So, we're on the play. We have a retreat, a tutor to grab whatever we want, and a Nissa as well as fetches. Yeah, I can't see why we wouldn't take this. We'll go with an Evolving Wilds and pass the turn. Do you like me new sleeves? It's Jace. Yeah? Alright, our opponent hasn't got new sleeves. They're only 300 gold, which is pretty reasonable. Something to spend your money on. Alright, we'll sack the Evolving Wilds if it'll let us. It will not let me. It will also not let me pause. Okay, right, well, I was gonna say how nice the game feels now that Kaladesh sets come out, but it spat in my face, so let's continue. Alright, play a forest and pass the turn. We will crack the Evolving Wilds next turn so that we can get the retreat down. Go for a swamp so we can Diabolic Tutor as well. Got to try and get our hand empty as quickly as possible. I don't think it'll be too difficult. Right, thank you. There we go. Do it now. Get a swamp. And let our opponent do his thing, which I believe is nothing. Are we having a processor match? Ooh, an ingesting deck, maybe. That'd be interesting. Right, let's go with a Woodland Cemetery into a retreat to Kazandu. So yeah, we want to get our hand empty as quick as possible so that when we get the Ghirapur Orrery, we can start taking advantage of it. We can also play extra lands as well, but we're kind of low on lands right now, so we're not going to be taking advantage of that one too much. So we'll just have to see what our opponent's going to do. Bethnic Infiltrator. I should mention also, our opponent is rank 4, called Mr. Pitiful. I believe I am rank 6, yes. I haven't been playing a great deal, just enough to play test this deck, which it does fairly well. It's a hardy deck. It just does not want to die, so... It's my favourite kind of deck. We lose a swamp. Okay. We're going to be losing 2 cards a turn now, though, which is very unfortunate. So, let's go with a forest. Gain 2 life. It doesn't matter about playing Nissa before that land drop, because she won't flip anyway. Do I want to leave Murder up to kill the Bethnic Infiltrator? Benthic, sorry. It has unblockable, so that's the only reason I'm thinking about doing it. Could also Diabolic Tutor for our array, but it's not much good to us right now because we've got a handful of crap. So I think I'll just go with a Nissa and thin our deck out of lands a little bit. Come on, there we go. Let's grab a forest and pass the turn. Maybe he thinks that this can't get through this and we don't get ingested twice. Who knows? One could hope. Alright. Dominator drone. We're going to lose some life, I believe. 2 life, yep. Alright, so this is blue-black Eldrazi. Officially. Well and truly. I'm going to take 2 damage here, ingest twice. Hopefully not losing our game-winning cards. Oh, we lost one of them. Oh dear. Alright, out of fear, I think I'm going to have to go get the Ghirapur Orrery with Diabolic Tutor, because if they get ingested then... I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's not really hurting us in the slightest not having it. That's the good thing about this deck, it can do pretty well without it. Even though it is the build around card. But I'm going to go get it anyway. Because next turn we can drop both of our forests and do whatever we want. Oh my god. Let's find it. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Gotcha. Alright. And pass the turn. Also, as well, Green Warden can get the Diabolic Tutor back again, so we can start tutoring things up with our Green Warden. Might even get the Pulse combo with Diabolic Tutor, perhaps. Oh dear. This is getting out of hand fast. So we're taking 5 here. Ingest twice again. They won't get my array this time. They get a retreat to Hagra. Oh, and a Nulamog. And a swamp. Oh dear. Well, it's not the end of the world. Languish. Won't do much. Not enough. Right, let's Ghirapur Orrery. Allows us to get some land drops. Land drop number 1. Do we want to put counters on things? It only keeps 1 creature off. I'm just going to gain 2 life. I think the life's better. Play the other forest. Gain 2 life again. Nissa flips. Probably want to minus Nissa. Oh, but then she's dead to the Mist Intruder anyway, so I'll just plus her. And say goodbye to Nissa. Evolving Wilds. Nice. Nice. They listen to me as well when you reveal cards. You get to see them while your opponent does. I feel like I was listened to. Right, let's crack that and go get a swamp. Gain 2 life again. So we're up to 22 life. This is what this deck does well, is not die. Which is good. It's good. Right. So, we might want to pull the trigger on the Languish pretty soon. Mostly because we want to get our hand empty for the card advantage off of the Ghirapur Orrery. Lets us draw 3 cards every single turn. Well, that does mean we're not getting processed or ingested in this case. So we can afford to Languish and Murder. If we Languish, wipes the board, Murder this guy, everything goes. That's a board wipe. And it gets our hand pretty empty as well. So Inventor's Fair down. So we'll Languish. Oh, we don't have double black. Oh no. Oh, I wasn't looking. Oh, we're back to this bit again. Alright, well, Green Warden's going to come down anyway. And get us something tasty. I don't know what that tasty thing is. Oh no, it's 6. I thought it was 5. Alright, never mind. I'm rusty, alright. Give me a break. Right, Bethnic Infiltrator comes on in. Says hello. And rudely takes. What does he take? A Nature's Way. Okay. Hello. Hello. Nissa, how's it going? Yeah, we can Nissa. If we Nissa and we plus Nissa, untapping a swamp, then we can hold up murder anyway, but we get a 5/5 to block anything that might come in, like a reality smasher perhaps. And we have a murder for the infiltrator, which is awesome. Can stop being processed now. The upside of the array is we are running 27 lands. 24 is the average, so... Oh, hello. Is this return... What is it? What are you doing? Bouncing my land. Okay, well, I'm going to murder that infiltrator anyway. Okay, so he can bounce my 5/5. We're going to ultimate Nissa, which allows us to draw cards off of this land. And then Green Warden can get her back if we want to do that. Nissa's so cool. Ultimate Nissa. Every single land draws us a card. So we will play a swamp, gain 2 life, draw a card. And now we're just storming ahead. Olivia's Dragoon is really good. It allows us to empty our hand at will, which is awesome. So let's try and empty our hand now. Well, mostly anyway. Let's go with... Let's grab the Nissa again, I suppose. Diabolic Tutor. So many options. So many options. Yeah, Nissa. Fine. Because Nissa's minus can grab permanents back as well, so... She can grab Green Warden back and... Creature Nissa and stuff like that, so... She's useful. She can get back the array as well if he removes it somehow. Okay, Obnixilis comes down. Probably killing our Green Warden. No, the Advocate. I suppose that's probably better anyway. Because we could, in theory, exile things with Green Warden, but I'm not gonna. Okay. Land, draw a card. Yeah, we get to draw 2 cards, play 2 lands every single turn, and if we draw a land, we get to cycle it with Nissa's Ultimate. So this is the deck going off right here. It's just bonkers. Oh, Ulvenwald Hydra. We'll play the Hydra, grabs us a Rogue's Passage, and we'll draw a card. Where are you, Rogue's Passage? Did I remove you? Or did you get exiled? You might have been exiled, I suppose. We'll go with an Evolving Wilds then, since I can crack it. Did you get exiled? There should be a Rogue's Passage in here, and there isn't. Ooh, Pulse. Nice. Right, play the Olivia's Dragoon. Allows us to empty our hand at will, so if we ever don't like the cards in our hand, we can completely discard them with the Dragoon. Let's get in here. If we ever don't like them, we can discard them all and then draw 3 cards with the Array's secondary ability. Okay, so he's getting rid of his Half-Lord. Half-Eldrazi Lord. Cool. I'm really annoyed I don't have the Rogue's Passage. That's the reason why the Hydra's in here. If you remember the green Stompy deck I played ages ago, it's really brutal. There's a little combo there. Okay, so he's going to draw a card and lose a life. Alright. What's next, opponent? So, Merc Strider has outweighed its benefits. There's no need to worry about that. He ain't getting through our 12/12. Alright. We get a Languish. Not bad. Not bad. We're going to Nissa. We're going to plus Nissa. Oh, Ulamog's Nullifier. Interesting. You took away my Nissa. How could you? How could you? Alright, well, no reason to hold on to any card in my hand anymore. So there's that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So, let's crack the Evolving Wilds. Thin out our deck, draw a card. Go with a forest, I guess. Do I want to counter on things? Yes. Put a counter on Green Warden. And draw a card. Yes. Drownyard Temple, draw a card. Put a counter on Green Warden. Sweet. Yes, I would like to draw a card. Oops, Swamp. Play the Swamp. Put a counter on Green Warden. Draw a card. Thank you. Yep. Ooh, Tireless Tracker. You're good for the future. Alright, well, I think we just want to swing at Obnixilis here. He can double block, can't he? That's the problem. I should have activated some of my man lands, is what I should have done. But I didn't. So let's just attack him, I guess. He's going to have to kill his Obnixilis to kill our Hydra anyway, and then we'll just pulse it back. Okay. Gonna chump on both of them. Cool. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana up, so we can afford to play the Tireless Tracker. And pulse on the end of the turn. I think. Grab back our Hydra when he probably kills it. Yep, there goes Obnixilis. We're just going to grab it back with Pulse anyway. Titan's Presence is going to exile our Green Warden, I imagine. No. Does mean he's got something big in his hand, though, and we're about to find out what it is. Ulamog's Nullifier, it's a 4/4. No, don't get rid of... No, not the Dragoon. He understands what's going on here. Alright, well, I'm just going to pulse back the Hydra then. That sucks. But we're at 37 life, so... You know. It's all peachy. Can't be too upset about certain stuff. Complete disregard. We don't have any clues, so we're going to lose our tracker. Board's getting empty. We get another tracker though. Play it down first because of the Hydra. Play the Hydra. Grab a land. Not sure what lands we've got left to grab. Can't take the Inventor's Fair because it's going to legend rule. So we'll do that instead. We got... Yeah, I'll stick a counter on Green Warden. Sure. Sure. And then we get to draw a card. It's a Dragoon. Lovely. So we'll play the Dragoon out. This is going to allow us to discard Languish at the end of our turn and draw 3 cards instead. Because I think Languish is pretty dead to us right now since we've got some pretty huge creatures on the board. And not a great deal our opponent can do about it. So yeah, we'll pass the turn. Discarding Languish. Alright. What say you, opponent? What say you? And also, sack a clue, but... Bearer of Silence. Hang on. What does this one do? Makes me sacrifice a creature. Okay. Well, I'm gonna discard Languish. And then I can discard the Dragoon then. Getting my use out of it. We're going to draw 3 cards thanks to the array. If they're lands, then we're just going to cycle those lands away and get better cards. Mist Intruder. Okay. Do not sack my clue, otherwise I draw 1 card instead of 3. Boosh. Alright, we can pretty much cast half of this stuff, thanks to the fact that we've got a huge amount of lands. And murder that. And play the retreat. And play the Hydra. Next turn we draw 3 more cards. We've almost milled ourselves out. And swing in with everyone but the Tireless Tracker, because we can't sack clues. So he would just die. He's conceding to that. Okay. Alright, well, on to the next game then. Okay, we cannot in our sane minds take this hand. It just doesn't have the mana for it. No support. Ghirapur Orrery and a ton of lands and a Nissa. That is doable, I think. So we'll take it. Opponent's on red-blue. This could be Prowess. He's also rank 8 called No Kolaku. Okay. Olivia's Dragoon is very nice. It allows us on turn 4 to have completely emptied our hand and start the cycle. It's whether or not we want to keep Nissa around though. As we saw in the previous match, she is very useful. Thermal Alchemist, alright. So the downside of the array is faster decks that can empty their hand quick can take advantage of it. That is one thing that we cannot stop. It is a synergistic, a synchronous card, so opponent benefits off it. So we just have to make sure that we benefit more from it, which is why the land count's so high, and we've got ways to empty our hand. Double whammy of getting benefit off that. So yeah, we just kind of hope that our opponent doesn't have the ability to do either one of those things. Which, in terms of land count, I'm going to play 2 lands more often than they are, so we get that advantage. Alright, the Inventor's Fair shall go down, and then a retreat to Kazandu. Oh, we're getting counterspelled here. If he's trying to rush us out, it's probably a good idea that he does. I didn't even think about seeing counterspells, to be honest, so and let's swing in for 2. Do I want to? Yeah, let's swing in for 2. Discard a forest and gain flying to go over the top. He's gonna ping us for 1. Might mean that he's gonna do something to our Dragoon, or it might just mean that he's just tapping out because he knows that we're tapped out. I think that's the case. Okay. Alrighty then. So, be aware of counter spells, because he paused very strangely on my retreat. And I don't want that to happen again. Because if the array gets down, then we're really well off. No, he's just holding up stuff. Okay. Well, what we can do is play a forest. Put a counter on Olivia's Dragoon so that we don't have to discard anymore to get over the top. So he's tapping out. There we go. That's what we wanted out of him. So he's wasted a spell, or tapped out anyway. So now we're safe to put the array down. And we're off to the races. We don't have a discard outlet anymore, which is upsetting. But we can now play 2 lands per turn, and once we get rid of these 2 cards, then we're off to the races. It shouldn't be too hard. Next turn we can play Nissa, and short of anything else coming out onto the board, there's going to be no resistance for her. Then we just pulse back the Dragoon and we can have a discard outlet. Highland Lake for our opponent, and another island, so he's emptying his hand fairly fast. And Fevered Visions, that's upsetting. Does mean at the end of turn we draw a card, actually stops our array, but we get the land benefit, so our opponent's kind of in a strange situation with that one. Okay, So, Nissa is not getting countered. I get the feeling our opponent's not very familiar with the cards. Is the only reason he keeps tapping. Let's go with a forest, since we have 3 of them. Won't be as sad to lose them that way. Get in for 5. Probably see a block here, maybe. No. Or a burn spell, one or the other. Just going to tap out and take 5. Okay. Does get to ping Nissa instead of us. But that's fine with me. And we get a swamp. One benefit for the Fevered Visions, we get to draw more lands. And yeah, we might be able to get down to 0 cards pretty soon. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have that same benefit. This could come back to bite us. We're going to find out. Take inventory. And taps his Thermo Alchemist and draws a card. Yep. Okay. Taps. Pings Nissa. Is it when we're on 3 or above 3? 4 or more cards, so yeah, above 3. So yeah, we're going to be able to be under this bracket forever, pretty much. With no issues whatsoever. Nissa's now low enough that we can't ever -3 her without losing her. And it looks like we've lost her anyway. So here comes Wandering Fumarole. Yeah, well, not too sad about that, to be honest. Alright, he's gonna flip him over and deal 4 damage to Nissa. But we get to retreat to Hagra, play a swamp, get Dragoon, and I believe we could also maybe cast it if we get another land. Which would leave us empty-handed. Get Rog Monster. Hello. How's it going? Should have played the Hagra there. Oops. Yeah, well. So, we can play Retreat to Hagra. Can actually pulse a Marasa and get another land, actually. Let's do that. Why not? Gain 6 life, get another land, get some more triggers. Drain our opponent, gain 2 life. Get Rog Monsters, more card advantage. If our opponent's trying to burn us out, he's going to do a really bad job when we're at 30. That's all I can say. We get an Overmauled Hydra, which grabs more lands. Grab the Drownyard Temple for the Gitrog monster, actually, so that we can keep sacking sacking the land and getting it back for card advantage. Alright. So yeah, we might have made a mistake playing the array, but I think our opponent also made a mistake of putting down the Fevered Visions. Ooh, Jace is a problem. Jace means that I'm going to Hydra instead, since this one's got an Enter the Battlefield ability. Or effect, should I say. So him bouncing our Hydra off does us some good, whereas Gitrog Monster just does nothing when we play it. So he draws up to 3 again. We get an Oran Reef Hydra. Okay. Well, we're going to play the Ulvenwald Hydra. Pingers and Broken Concentration. We got countered finally. Alright. Tap again. He's gonna tap again. That's interesting now. Because now we've got a real worry about Jace getting to ultimate. We get to draw into a Sylvan Advocate. That's something we can empty out of our hand quite quickly. Really did need Overmauled Hydra to land, actually, because of that. We needed the Drownyard Temple to not just eat away at our lands with the Gitrog monster. So yeah, we're in a strange little situation now that I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get out of. But our opponent draws and passes the turn. A murder, hey? A murder. Right, if we play Oran Reef Hydra, we've got 1 mana left open. There's no benefit to any card that we play anymore. We could play Gitrog and Sylvan Advocate though. That's the more efficient play. It does mean that we get an extra body on the ground that Jace can't bounce both away. And they're pretty hefty blockers, attackers as well. Pingers for 1. Are we going to see a bounce here? Or a burn? We're going to see a burn. Alright, so that's Sylvan Advocate gone. Discarding a Fiery Temper that's going to burn us. Taps his Advocate down. Yeah. Struggling a little bit here. Is he getting his last card in as well? If he can empty that last card out of his hand, he gets to draw 3 cards off of our array. Yeah, there it goes. So Gitrog's down, Advocate's down. He gets to draw 3 cards. Oh dear. Not going well. Not going well at all. I mean, we're still on 24, so... You know, what does that really say? He gets to draw 3 cards though. Up to 4. It's more burn. Ultimate's at 8, so 2 turns away. Could... Oh, 2 turns away if he doesn't want to lose it anyway. Next turn pluses, turn after that minuses, and gets to keep his Jace. And his ultimate is pretty brutal. It's not really something we can maybe come back from. Tutelage. This is a tutelage deck. I figured it was an Is It Burn deck. This is my impression. There's a whole lot of burn. Not a great deal of draw that we've seen. Alright, I'm going to ping us. Take inventory, drawing 2 cards this time. Because there's 1 in the graveyard. 2 triggers on us. Mills us. Losing Languish, Tireless Tracker, and 2 Evolving Wilds. Not bad. Not bad. They wouldn't have helped us. He has to draw again. And retreat in a land. Yet again, not really helping. Ugh. If I Hydra, he just gets bounced. Unless he wants to ultimate. His hand's probably full of counter spells as well. We've got to play out the Hydra. It has to happen. Otherwise we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs. Yep, confirm suspicions. Counters our Hydra. Gets 3 clue tokens. Pings us for 1. And he can sack a clue to make us mill us again. He's got us. He's just locked us down so hard here. So yeah, our life total's quite irrelevant at this point. So any advantage we got over that is just gone. We even take some damage out of it. Olivia's Dragoon's not bad. It allows us to hunt for answers, but it does mean that we're going to be drawing more cards in the process, which is only helping our opponent. So we've got problems. Is he going to ultimate his Jace, or is he going to plus? I would plus, yeah. So he gets to keep it alive. He's going to ultimate next turn. It's just over. Absolutely over. We don't even have the lands. He's just got more advantage off of it as we have. So this is the downside of playing this deck. It does occasionally backfire on you. But we're essentially just playing against the odds, really, that we can get more benefit than they can. And unfortunately, we didn't. Draws card, mills us more. Yeah. Drownyard Temple, turn too late. Oh, far too late, technically, but... Right, let's try Languish. Not that it matters. I wouldn't counter it. There's no reason to. He's milling us out. He's going to win that mill. Yeah, unsubstantiate. Bounces it back to our hand. Pings us again. Game over. Play a Drownyard Temple, drain our opponent for 1. It's lose a life, so we can't direct it to Jace, unfortunately. We have a Drownyard Temple in here. Nope, we haven't even milled the good card that needs milling. There's nothing for Inventor's Fair to grab. It only grabs the array. So we haven't got that going for us. He's going to sack a clue, mill us some more. Okay. Retreat's gone. That's fine. Wasn't going to help us. Drownyard Temple. There you go. I'll grab that. Yep. Sweet. Drain you. Gain some life. I don't think we can drain him out in time. I'm pretty sure it's impossible. Especially with the amount of lands we've seen dropped off the top. Yeah. Ultimate's Jace. First card we cast each turn gets countered, and then with his other 6 cards he counters the next one. So we're locked. Game the hell over. Okay. Triple ping. Draws 3 cards, I believe. Really wish he wouldn't ping us. He's not going to win by burn. It's just going to take so much longer. But I suppose in the interest of safety, he needs to do it. There goes Ulamog. More lands. More lands. Another tutelage. Yeah, just over. I don't even know what's not in our graveyard anymore. Yeah, dear. Collective Defiance discards his hand, draws. That will literally kill us now. Okay. Please play it. I'm tapped out. There's nothing you can do. Don't you sandbag me. You've won. Thank you. Thank you. That's 10 triggers. That's like 20 cards. There we go. Eh, dear. What can you do? Sometimes your opponent just benefits from your symmetrical card more than you do. Sweet. Alright, and watch our deck disappear. Bye-bye, Jace. It was nice knowing you. There we are. No more cards. Still 5 triggers left on the stack. Yup. What can you do? I'm just gonna rapidly click this continue button. Oh, please don't, Bert. No, please don't. If you tap down your Thermo Alchemist, I'll be very upset. No. Okay. That's fine. Thank you. And more triggers. God damn it. Yeah. And we're done. Well, that last game was a bit of a shambles, but what can you do? Alright guys, well that's going to do it for today's episode. Be sure to stay tuned for tomorrow for more Ghirapur Orrery decks shenanigans. And as always, if you enjoyed the content, then be sure to leave a like and share it around. It helps me out a great deal. Be sure to check out that Kickstarter that I posted in the description. It's very, very cool. And I'm pretty sure you'll appreciate it. And as I mentioned, I'm not being paid to say that. So be sure to do it. And subscribe if you haven't already subscribed for more Magic Duels content that will be coming out all week and next week and for the foreseeable future. And as always, guys, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.